This is Eagle Owl, and today I'll just be talking about Jalen Hurts. He is him. No other way to explain him. He is him, but let's get straight into it. All right, full disclaimer. This list is still goofy. So the top 100, they are finished with their list. They got out all their players. So obviously Patrick Mahomes was number one. We all seen that coming. But they had Jalen Hurts at number 3 behind Justin Jefferson, which I don't agree with. I don't think Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league. I've seen him up against top tier cornerbacks. He just don't show up, but that's neither here or there. AJ Brown at number 22. Really not mad at that spot because his peers, like where the other wide receivers ranked, I think he's in that tier with the Tyreek Hills, the Justin Jeffersons, and the Stephon Diggs. I think they all in the same tier. Jason Kelsey, 37, goofy. Lane Johnson, that's a goofy spot. Hassan Reddick, that's a goofy spot. Then they got Kirk Cousins in front of him. Darius Slay, come on, goofy spot. 100, Devontae Smith, goofy spot. And then they got James Bradbury, like 107. He's not even in the top 100. That just lets you know how goofy this list is. But the clock is right, twice a day, they say, or once a day. I don't know the phrase. But Jalen Hurts at number 3, basically saying he's the second best quarterback in the league. I agree. When we say it, Eagles fans, we are delusional. We're delusional when we say it. But when other players say it, when the critics are saying it, it got to be some validity to it. It can't just be Eagles fans are delusional. It got to be something else to it, right? So, this is what they criticizing Jalen Hurts on nowadays. Let me go ahead and play this clip.
Jalen Hurts has a photo of himself as a screensaver after losing the Super Bowl. What do you think about this? Is it motivation or just a little psychotic?
I'm gonna say this is psychotic and I hate it.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Every time he gets a text, every time he gets a notification, he's looking at himself losing with Kansas City confetti raining down on him, the worst day of his life. And the fact that Philly fans are all over this, they're loving it because they're crazy. This is crazy. And Eagles fans, you need to check up on your quarterback because this is a psycho move.
First of all, I think it's a Philly mindset, but what if they win now?
If they win, then they can tell me I was wrong, but honestly, they're not winning. This is not going to make them win. Philly fans, I'm ready for you.
All right, shout out to EC1 that sent me this clip. This is what we criticize Jalen Hurts on nowadays, about screensavers. That's what we criticize Jalen Hurts about. When she said psycho, I'm like, oh yeah, like he's a psycho. Yes, he wants to win. But she's saying that like there's something wrong with him, like he need emotional help. I'm like, this is what it comes down to. This is the goofy stuff they criticize him about. But let's go over the numbers last year. Mind you, Jalen Hurts missed 2 games. Let's go over the numbers, right? This is the numbers. 2 games missed. Let me slide my computer more over here. All right. In 15 games, he had 4,000, I believe 400, move up a little bit, 461 yards, 35 touchdowns, and a passing rating of 101.5. And those numbers are amazing. So imagine if he did play the whole season. He missed 2 games. That could have been another 5 touchdowns. Number 6, he could have did 3-3. You never know because they were the Saints and the Cowboys. And let's be honest, the Cowboys made Gardner Minshew look really good. I believe Jalen Hurts do something against the Saints, something that Gardner Minshew just simply could not do. So, man, I agree with this list a lot. I really, really do. Well, as far as where Jalen Hurts is placed. Again, Jalen Hurts is literally just him. But let's listen to what Let's see what the critics, Chris Jones, had to say. Eagles fans said it. Jalen Hurts had one of the best performances in a Super Bowl loss ever. Nah, when you look at Patrick Mahomes' numbers and his numbers, right? When Patrick Mahomes was at the 30, he did better than Jalen Hurts at the 30. Or this is the other thing. Obviously, I'm trolling on that part. Jalen Hurts turned the ball over. Patrick Mahomes didn't. Patrick Mahomes was able to do this and do that. And honestly, to me, in all seriousness, I just think Jonathan Gannon was outcoached by Andy Reid. I think it's that plain and simple. That's why we lost the Super Bowl. But to say Patrick Mahomes had a better game and played better than Jalen Hurts, it's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous statement. But this is what Chris Jones had to say. A guy that was on the opposite side, the guy that played for the Chiefs, said this. Jalen Hurts had the best performance in the Super Bowl. He said it. That I ever seen of a quarterback running the ball, throwing the ball. He balled out. That's what Chris Jones had to say. That's what Chris Jones had to say. This is not coming from Lane Johnson, Jason Kelce, anybody from the Eagles. Chris Jones had to say that. Top tier defensive tackle. Come on. Jalen Hurts is really him. Jalen Hurts is really him. Let's see what Patrick Mahomes had to say about his performance, right? Patrick Mahomes. I expect to play him in a lot of big games as my career goes on. Could this be one of those matchups where it's Jalen Hurts versus Patrick Mahomes for years to come? I believe so. People keep saying, bring the competition to the NFC. Okay, bring it. Bring the quarterbacks to the NFC. I believe in Jalen Hurts that much. You could bring them quarterbacks. Let them come to the NFC. They're going to get thrashed just like the other ones. And this is the other thing the critics have to say about Jalen Hurts. Can he do it again? When you hear that, can he do it again? That means that he did have a phenomenal year and they just need something to hate on. Again, this is Patrick Mahomes and Chris Jones. But let's see what a teammate had to say about Jalen Hurts. Let's see what an Eagle had to say about Jalen Hurts. So Jason Kelce played with multiple quarterbacks. But this is what he had to say. Jalen Hurts got an unbelievable head on his shoulders. He got his intangibles. Well, he got all his intangibles. He got all the physical traits. He can make any throw on the field, and he got the legs to run with the DBs. It's no surprise to me that he's had that type of season he had this past year. No surprise. And when I caught on to Jalen Hurts when he came in the league, I always say this, that Cardinals game, not the game we won against the Saints. I'm like, okay, he can obviously run it, but do he got it? Is he going to develop? And I watched that Cardinals game. Cardinals was on top of the mountain that year, but the Eagles battled it out with them. They battled it out and we lost. Yeah, we lost. But I'm like, Jalen Hurts got something in him. Because that year was terrible. The last year, basically, Carson Wentz was with us and he got benched. But I'm like, it's something about Jalen Hurts that this team just want to play with him. As bad as the team was, he gave them some life. He gave a dead team some life. Gave him something. Then we decide to roll with him. Then we decide to roll with Nick Sirianni. We go to the playoffs. Expected to win 4 games. The Eagles were expected to win 4 games. Won 9. Got to the playoffs. We wasn't ready. Even Jason Kelce, everybody was like, yeah, we got there. Wasn't ready. And that was the reason why Jason Kelce actually came back. It's because he like, you know what? Maybe if we get some pieces here, we got something special in Philadelphia. Go get AJ. Pair him with Devontae Smith. He made the move to get the CJ Gardner-Johnsons. How we did his job. Do that. We get to the Super Bowl. Didn't finish. But this team, but he gave this team life. Let me say that. Jalen Hurts simply gave the Eagles life. Man, as a fan, couldn't thank him more. Trust me, after the McNabb era, you had the Sam Bradfords. Thought Carson Wentz was going to be that guy. Just couldn't do it. Had the Nick Foleses, the Michael Vicks, and they wasn't bad. But we needed a guy coming out of college who was just him. We needed that guy. And Nick Foles was just too on and off for me. Michael Vick, he was older. But man, when now Jalen Hurts here, the future is bright. Man. Devontae Smith is young. AJ is young. Whoever we decide to go with. Hell, if we can keep both, that would be great. Dallas Goedert is in his prime. Nick Sirianni is just getting started. But again, Jalen Hurts is him. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the little news today? Practice tweets, clips, and all that will be coming out today, and I will make a video about it. But man, when I seen this last night, I wanted to shoot a video last night, but I was too sleepy. Got up this morning. First thing I did, brush my teeth, wash my face, brush my hair. I'm like, I'm gonna shoot a video about this. But this is Eagle Al. I'm out.